Hello, are you grateful today? I know I am. So I'm wearing my grateful gear this holiday season, and I am here to bring to you the gift of knowledge on today. It is your girl, B. Valise, with Tried and True Financial Services, where our core mission is helping entrepreneurs with the ABCs of finance to simplify your accounting, budgeting, and credit processes. And throughout the year, we've been coming to you weekly, bringing to you some very valuable tax tips that we think will be a benefit to you. And so, as we go down through the end of the year, I wanted to do a quick recap. I hope you are on our mailing list because today, as we approach, today is the 12 days till Christmas. And we sent out an e-blast with some very detailed instructions in there about some of the 12 tips that we wanted to recap and share with you. And we went into detail with the first set of those. Next week, we'll be sending out phase two of that segment. But today, I'm not going to be before you long because I know I'm in holiday season, holiday cheer, and I know many of you are as well. However, I did not want to let this time slip by us before we go ahead and do a recap because once December 31st hits, there's not going to be any additional chances. There's an exception to the rule, but most chances for you to impact your 2022 tax return is going to be null and void come December 31st. With the IRA deduction or contribution deduction, you still have until April 15th. But I wanted to just take a moment to give you a sneak peek into the 12 tips, 12 recaps, 12 gifts of knowledge that we brought to you throughout the year. There may be a couple sprinkled in there that we didn't talk about throughout the year. So if any of those pique your curiosity, be sure to notate that in the comments, and we'll put that on the schedule for next year as we go into the new year, talking more about the tax tip to help entrepreneurs. So, number 12 is the gift of student loan forgiveness. Make sure that if you have any student loans and you have forgiveness, then you want to make sure that you're tuned in to that. And again, I'm not going to go into any detail. I just wanted to recap with you on those. And number 11 is the educator expense deduction. So for all of my educators, my teachers who have really pounded it out this year, make sure you stay in tune with that. Number 10 is the electric vehicle credit. So if you are an electric vehicle owner, make sure that you are dialed in onto that tax credit. And then number 9, business gifts, the deduction for business gifts. Make sure as entrepreneurs, you're dialed into the deduction that you're entitled to when you buy gifts for your clients. There are some nuances with that, so make sure you touch base with your tax professional to make sure that you dot all of your I's and cross all of your T's. All right. Number 8, the health insurance deduction. Yes, day number 8 is the health insurance deduction. Make sure that you record that on your tax return. Number 7, equipment deduction. For any equipment that you purchased for your business this year, or you still have time yet to purchase some equipment if you need it going into the new year, to take that right off on your business tax return. Number 6, startup cost deduction. There was a lot of new businesses launched in 2022, and I want you to know that even if you didn't make a dollar, that you still may be entitled to deducting some of your startup costs. So make sure that you're tuned into that deduction. And number 5 is travel expense deduction when you're traveling for business. And again, there are some nuances with that. So make sure that you stay close to your tax professional so that you know how to do that properly. Okay. Number 4 is the professional development deduction. And we did talk about that this year. So I want to make sure that for any education or any higher learning that you might have done, like for me, I got my enrolled agent designation. Woo, woo, that's a tax deduction for me. Hello, somebody. Yes. And number 3, marketing and advertising expense deduction. Make sure that you have all of your receipts and that you know what you spent on marketing and advertising this year so that you can get your deduction. And down the list to number 2 is your business uniforms. And again, there are a lot of nuances in this space. So I want you to make sure that you talk to your tax professional and make sure that you're doing it properly. And last but not least, number 1, the interest expense deduction. So any interest that you are paying on any debt or anything like that that you have associated with your business, the interest on those expenses is a deduction. So make sure that you're calculating that in your write-offs. These deductions are in no certain order. Okay, I just listed them out and shared them with you. So make sure that you make your notes, make sure that you have all of your things that you want to talk to your tax professional about as we go into this season, and make sure that you have all of your records in a centralized location so that you can take advantage of all of the deductions that you're entitled to, that you're not leaving any money on the table, that you're not leaving any stone unturned. These tips are brought to you to bring awareness so that you know that they exist, so that you can start the conversation with your tax professional. Also, make sure that you go ahead and take advantage of our free guide, the top 5 questions to ask your tax preparer, a CPA, or enroll agent, and make sure that you like, comment, and share this video with others that you may feel like would be interested in getting these gifts of knowledge. Make sure that you're going back to our YouTube channel. Please do follow us on YouTube at Belize Smith, and make sure that you are getting this information in your hearing so that you can take advantage of all of the things that you are entitled to. Leave no stone unturned. So it's been real. I told you I wasn't going to be before you long. I want to go ahead and get back to my family, spending time with my family during this Christmas season, because that is what matters most to me. So make sure that you follow us on YouTube at Belize Smith, because as we go into the new year, we're going to be sharing even more tax tips with you, and I don't want you to miss out. Make sure that you join our mailing list, that you can go up on our website at www.triedandtruefs.com. Schedule your free consultation before the year ends, and then go ahead and make sure that you join our mailing list so that you can stay in the know with tax tips brought to you by none other than Tried and True Financial Services, where our core mission is helping entrepreneurs with the ABCs of finance to simplify your accounting, budgeting, and credit processes. I love you. Happy holidays, and we'll see you on the next segment.